Sumatra, Kalimantan, Bali, Java, Sulawesi, Borneo, or Raja Ampat. Mythical places that evoke the adventure and people of the end of the world. Over nearly 5,000 kilometers and 3 time zones, the cultural and religious melting pot is fascinating. Sparkling rice fields of Bali, volcanoes of Java, impenetrable jungles of Sumatra, Kalimantan, or Papua. The highlight is underwater life and wildlife, Komodo dragons, orangutans, sea turtles, and manta rays. Climb the Kawaijin and Bromo volcanoes, visit the temples of Borobudur and Prambanan, and attend religious ceremonies of great intensity everywhere. On the city side, dive into Jakarta or into the alleys of the smaller Yogyakarta. From Sulawesi to Raja Ampat, from the beaches of Lombok to those of the Gili Islands, each corner of Indonesia reveals its fascinating landscapes to travelers. Knowing perfectly the country because I traveled there for more than a year, I reveal you all the 10 must-see places to discover. Welcome to Travelina channel. Travel videos, guide, and tips. In 10th place, Bromo. In East Java, several volcanoes, the territory in the middle of tobacco and coffee plantations. In the Tengger Bromo Semeru National Park, the Bromo volcano, as grandiose as it is sacred, culminates at 2,329 m of altitude. To admire the breathtaking panorama of the smoking mountains, go at dawn from a viewpoint near the village of Semeru Lawn. Behind Bromo, Semeru volcano completes this unreal landscape by spewing smoke at regular intervals. Take the stairs to reach the rim of the Bromo crater, which is 800 m wide and 200 m deep. Then take the time to travel by jeep, motorcycle, or horseback the huge caldera around the Bromo. In this sea of volcanic sand, we find ourselves very small in front of lunar landscapes of gigantic proportions. In 9th position, Satonda. In the heart of Indonesia is an amazing volcanic island, coiling a gigantic water crater. This caldera would have been formed following the eruption of the volcano Tambora, generating a tsunami that would have allowed the water to rush into the heart of the island. Seen from the sky, this phenomenon produces a strange effect. In 8th rank, Gili. If you are looking for beautiful white sand beaches in Bali, you may be disappointed. The nearest heavenly beaches are in the Gili Islands archipelago, near Lombok. Warm turquoise sea, preserved coral reefs, atmosphere of the end of the world. It is also an excellent spot for snorkeling in exceptional seabeds and swimming among sharks, harmless, rays, and sea turtles. 3 islands, Gili Trawangan, the largest and most popular. Gili Air, the closest to Lombok, and Gili Mino, less touristy, with total tranquility. On the Gili, no car, nor moped, we move on foot. You can walk around each island in an hour, without leaving the sand or by taking small horse-drawn carts, the Sidamo. In the 7th place, Kalimantan. The mythical island of Borneo is divided between 3 countries, Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia. The Indonesian part is the largest and is called Kalimantan. This territory is famous for its tropical forests and is home to an endangered species, the orangutan. The Tanjung Puting National Park, classified as a biosphere reserve in 1982 by UNESCO, is today the refuge of nearly 6,000 large Asian primates. To explore the park, board a boat on the Sekenir River and watch for nasal monkeys, gibbons, and orangutans hidden in the thick jungle. A trip to Kalimantan is also an opportunity to discover the Dayak culture, a local ethnic group of ancient headhunters rich in tradition. Stay one night with the locals in their longhouses. Experience moments of conviviality and sharing in the middle of nature for a complete immersion in Indonesia. Number 6. Komodo National Park. This is one of the most famous national parks of Indonesia, a natural wonder composed of several islands and extraordinary seabed. Listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Komodo National Park is famous for its mountainous islands that are home to the famous Komodo dragons, huge lizards that can be easily observed. The largest living species of lizard, the Komodos measure an average of 3 meters and weigh about 100 kilograms. The best way to discover the Komodo archipelago is to opt for a cruise of several days from Labuan Bajo on the island of Flores, a small fishing village. Sail towards Komodo, the island of dragons, and go on a trek in search of the giant monitor lizards. Get back on your boat and explore the other mysterious islands, Rinca, Padar, while exploring the seabed, paradise of the majestic manta rays. In the 5th place, Raja Ampat. Raja Ampat, in the northwest of Papua, is a paradise for divers from all over the world to admire one of the most diverse underwater lives in the world. The Raja Ampat archipelago, literally the Four Kings, also abounds in birds and breathtaking landscapes. Idyllic beaches, gardens of multicolored corals, karst cliffs covered with tropical forests populated by birds of paradise. From Sorong, embark on an extraordinary cruise in Raja Ampat. Beautiful traditional wooden sailboats welcome travelers to explore the region from island to island. For those who imagine being bored on the boat, there is no shortage of activities: visiting Papuan villages, kayaking in secret lagoons, trekking in the jungle, snorkeling among sharks, turtles, and manta rays. A dive cruise is the trip of a lifetime. Number 4. Lombok. For several years, the island of Lombok has been attracting more and more travelers looking for an alternative to Bali. Lombok is a more rustic atmosphere, a different local culture with the Sassaks, and a breathtaking nature. People come to Lombok looking for white sandy beaches, which are harder to find in Bali. Today, the tourist infrastructure is booming: airport, hospitals, comfortable hotels. Kuta beaches, Mawan Bay, or surfing in Jerapuk, you have the choice for a dream vacation in Indonesia. In the 3rd rank, Sumatra. The large island of Sumatra represents the authentic Indonesia, that of a wild nature, refuge of orangutans, and a luxuriant vegetation. A mosaic of peoples and ethnic groups, you will discover the Minangkabau culture, the Batak people of Lake Toba, or other tribal cultures such as on the island of Mentawai. A trip to Sumatra takes you to the Gunung Luser National Park in the north of the island. This huge park is home to many endemic species, including the famous orangutan, literally the man of the forest. The Bukit Long jungle is one of the few places in the world where you can see orangutans in the wild. Many other species of mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians can also be seen. It is also in this park that you can admire the rafflesia, the largest flower in the world. Number 2. Jakarta. Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, lies at the northwestern tip of the island of Java in a swampy plain. It is one of the most sprawling cities in Asia, which can frighten the traveler at first sight. The crazy traffic and congestion are an attraction in their own right in Jakarta. The city is not full of must-see sites or monuments to visit. However, there is plenty to do and a unique atmosphere to capture. Stroll through Merdeka Square, the beating heart of the city, visit the National Museum, stroll through the markets and restaurants of Chinatown, sample the street food of Jalan Jaksa, shop in the trendy boutiques. Luxury hotels, makeshift houses, slums, or residential enclaves, Jakarta fascinates by its contrasts. It represents all the contradictions of a huge megalopolis. We are now arriving at the best place to visit in Indonesia, number one without a doubt, Bali. Bali is the most visited island of Indonesia, so much it gathers charm and richness. This small Hindu enclave continues to seduce travelers attracted by its beauty, its art of living, and its serenity. Beyond the exotic cliches and surf spots, Bali is discovered in depth, in its lands, at the top of its volcanoes, or on the preserved beaches of the north coast of the island. Do not miss the rice terraces of Jatilui, so beautiful that they are classified by UNESCO, the sacred temples where religious ceremonies full of fervor take place. The Balinese continue to practice the daily ritual of offerings throughout the island, as if to pay tribute to their beautiful and fertile land. Thanks to this intact art of living and the ambient sweetness of life, Bali has not yet lost its soul. Travelina appreciates your attention. If you like this video, please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell, like, comment, and share. What are your favorite places? You choose the next travel video. Please let me know with a comment below.